Everyone, I'm Trish Moreno. I'm a marketing and project coordinator with Project Solutions. I have over 20 years of leadership experience, and believe me, I've seen all of the leadership styles we're going to talk about today in action throughout my career. Today we're going to learn how to apply the different leadership styles in the construction industry. And even though this presentation is geared toward construction businesses, there's a lot of information in here that any small business leader can use to hone and grow their leadership skills. Daniel Goleman said, "The best leaders don't know just one style of leadership. They're skilled at several and have the flexibility to switch between styles as the circumstances dictate." There are several leadership styles that can be effective in the construction industry. Each style has its own strengths and weaknesses depending on the specific situation and the personalities involved. Effective leadership is more than honing your skills in one leadership style and applying that style across the board. It is mastering skills across several leadership styles and applying those skills based on different scenarios or positions within your leadership team. Sure, you can run a company using one leadership style, and you can be successful doing that. But to really stand out from the crowd as a great leader, you should employ strategies and skills from multiple leadership styles. In the following presentation, we'll talk about these commonly recognized leadership styles, how they apply in the construction industry, and the pros and cons of each one. We've got autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, transformational leadership, and laissez-faire leadership. Autocratic leadership. Construction sites are often fast-paced and hazardous. An autocratic leader can handle this environment by employing quick, decisive, and authoritative actions to their team. This take-charge leader is often focused on efficiency and results, and they expect their employees to do what they're told. Highly confident and self-motivated, the autocratic leader demonstrates to their team that they have the skills, the knowledge, and the desire to work alongside with them, even if it isn't glamorous. A successful autocratic leader is in the trenches with their subordinates, but they shoulder the responsibility alone for success or failure of a project. They don't lean on their employees to share that burden. By communicating clearly and concisely, this leader establishes the chain of command and provides strong directive leadership. The pros of autocratic leadership are: decision-making is quick and efficient. For example, Joe is working on his tasks for the day, and the equipment he is using breaks down. They need to purchase a new piece of equipment for him to continue his work and keep the project going on its time frame. Joe understands his role in the decision-making process, so he goes straight to his leader. That person will make the decision to purchase the equipment or not, without consulting Joe. Clear direction and expectations are provided to employees. Susan, our autocratic leader, has a team meeting every morning before work begins on the site. She outlines a list of tasks for the day and the expectations for all of her employees. She doesn't need employee input to make the list, and she doesn't consult with her employees about what they are expected to do or how to do it. She trusts that they will do as they are asked, and she will continue monitoring throughout the day. Strong control is maintained over the project, which can prevent mistakes and ensure safety. For example, when Joe showed up on site and got his task list this morning from Susan, she made sure he understood the tasks and what she was looking for. And because Susan is working right alongside Joe, she can keep an eye on his progress and ensure that he's following safety protocols and doing the job correctly. The cons of autocratic leadership are: micromanagement can lead to a lack of creativity and innovation in the team. Employees may feel disempowered and unmotivated if they are not given the opportunity to contribute ideas. There is little room for flexibility, which can lead to inflexibility if unexpected problems arise. An autocratic leader typically takes it upon themselves to shoulder the burden of project outcomes, and because they work side by side with their employees, it is easy for this leader to constantly monitor and control them. That causes worker stress, it hampers productivity, and it damages employee trust and morale. Leaders that employ this leadership style can get bogged down in the little tasks, which makes it harder for them to see the bigger picture. So when unexpected problems do arise, they may feel blindsided because they didn't see it coming. Democratic leadership. Construction projects are a great place for a democratic leader to shine. By pulling together the entire team and involving them in the decision-making process, this leader gives the power to the people. They promote collaboration, teamwork, and they respect diversity while they encourage participation, open communication, and decision-making among team members to achieve common goals. A successful democratic leader builds trust in their team by letting them make decisions, and that creates a shared sense of responsibility for success of a project. They want their team to take ownership of the project, and they foster mutual dependency and coordination among workers. That leads to higher productivity. The pros of democratic leadership are employees feel empowered to contribute ideas and take ownership in the project. It encourages an open and transparent work environment, and collaboration leads to better problem solving and decision making. So let's take a look at an example here. Jose has a team meeting every morning before work begins on his job site. He gathers his employees and outlines a list of tasks for the day. Jose tells the team about the challenges they're going to face and also lets them know to be ready for the unexpected. He knows that the client is not happy with the recent weather delays they've experienced, and he lets his team know about the need to stay on task. As a group, the team decides the best way to accomplish the tasks for the day, and they come up with a plan to get back on schedule. By leaning on his team for their insight, Jose has a strong work plan for the day, and the team has buy-in to get the work accomplished. The cons of democratic leadership are decision-making can be slowed down by the need for discussion and consensus. Ineffective communication or disagreements among team members can impede progress. And it may result in a lack of accountability if everyone feels responsible but nobody takes charge. Going back to our morning team meetings, the differences between Susan and Jose's meetings are clear. Susan gives directions, employees disperse, and they begin working. No questions asked. Jose's team, however, discusses the best plan for the day, and that takes up more time that they could be working. If there happens to be dissension in the ranks, well, that could slow the process down even more. The time they take to organize meetings and discussions can be detrimental in a business that necessitates quick decisions and adherence to strict deadlines. Some employees find it hard to perform in a democratic environment. They may not feel like they're compensated enough to be the ones making decisions. They figure that's the leader's job. These employees typically don't take responsibility for the outcomes of their work, and that'll make it harder for the leader to address accountability. Transformational leadership. In an industry that is costly, technically demanding, and often risky, strong leadership is essential. Transformational leadership is an absolute must in the construction industry, where teamwork is critical to the success of a project and where projects are often time-sensitive and require strict adherence to deadlines. A transformational leader focuses on collaboration and fostering a culture of innovation and growth. This leader inspires and motivates their team to achieve their full potential by providing them with a shared vision and a sense of purpose. By thinking outside the box and encouraging their team to do so as well, the team can handle the demands of changing needs and specifications, which are common on a job site. A transformational-led team usually has a culture of open communication, a strong sense of trust, and it's ripe with opportunities for growth and development. That can lead to higher levels of job satisfaction and motivation among workers. The pros of transformational leadership are: it inspires and motivates employees to work towards a shared vision. A transformational leader will talk about future trends that will influence how work gets done. They'll describe a compelling image of what the future could look like for their employees and the project. And by enlisting a common vision, the transformational leader will show their employees the long-term interests and the big picture of what they want to accomplish. It encourages creativity and innovation. Creativity is a fundamental quality in any successful construction firm. That quality, if encouraged, can help to solve problems and overcome challenges that pop up daily on a job site. It builds a positive work culture that values growth and development. By creating goals, having fun, developing employees, and being flexible and inclusive, a transformational leader will build a strong team that thrives in an industry that can be super challenging. But a team that is happy and positive will face those challenges much better together. The cons of transformational leadership are: it is highly dependent on an individual's charisma and communication skills. A leader can learn how to communicate effectively, but charisma is a character trait that's harder to learn and cultivate. The thing with charisma is typically you either have it or you don't. Practicing active listening, showing empathy, providing support, and getting to know your employees on a personal level are all traits of a charismatic transformational leader. These leaders walk through life with a positive attitude, and they're known for being resilient and encouraging. However, it can be perceived as too idealistic and out of touch with the realities of the construction industry. It is the construction industry, after all. There are challenges every single day on a job site that make it impossible to always be the sunshine and rainbows guy. A transformational leader should be careful to balance the realities of the construction industry with their own expectations of positivity. Putting those unrealistic expectations on yourself can lead to further stress and defeat. It may lack accountability and focus on practical goals. Because a transformational leadership is empathetic, it can be easy for them to let deadlines slide or tasks to go undone if an employee is facing challenges or having a rough time. And that can be hazardous and detrimental to the success of a project. Laissez-faire leadership. When there are strict deadlines and goals that need to be met, a laissez-faire leadership style may fall short. By taking a hands-off approach to managing their team, rather than closely overseeing and directing all aspects of their work, a laissez-faire leader allows their team to work independently and make decisions on their own. This leadership style would be appropriate where team members are highly skilled and experienced professionals who can manage their own work. For example, a project manager overseeing a team of experienced contractors can adopt a laissez-faire approach to leadership, trusting that their team members will make sound decisions and complete their work to a high standard without constant oversight. However, in situations where team members may lack experience or they require guidance, a laissez-faire approach can lead to confusion, delays, and poor quality work. Therefore, it's super important for leaders to carefully consider their team's level of experience and skill before adopting the laissez-faire leadership style. The pros of the laissez-faire leadership style are: it allows employees greater autonomy and flexibility to carry out tasks in their own way. By giving employees the ability to self-govern and the flexibility to handle tasks in a way that makes sense to them, a laissez-faire leader will find their employees more engaged, and they'll typically see increased accountability and output. It's ideal for self-motivated and experienced workers who prefer greater independence. For this style of leadership to work on a job site, You really have to have a team that knows your expectations and has the experience and drive to carry them out. It can lead to greater creativity and innovation as employees are encouraged to find their own solutions. If you have that strong team of self-motivated workers, you can absolutely expect them to be creative in problem solving and overcoming challenges, as well as innovative in the processes involved in their daily routines. The cons of laissez-faire leadership on a job site? It may result in a lack of control and direction if employees are not self-motivated or experienced enough. It can lead to inconsistent results if there's a lack of clear expectations and standards. And it may not be effective if the project requires strong leadership and direction. If you don't have a strong team of self-motivated individuals with enough experience in understanding your work value and expectations, that can lead to disaster. A construction job site typically needs strong leadership and direction to adhere to the rigorous schedules and deadlines that need to be met. And though not impossible, this leadership style may not fit the bill or be as effective. Effective team leaders adjust their style to provide what the group can't provide for itself. Kenneth H. Blanchard. A good leader will master a leadership style and be able to motivate their team to be successful. However, a great leader will adapt their leadership style to best suit the needs of their team and the project at hand. By combining characteristics across all of the styles, you can customize a leadership style unique to you and your team and the projects and scenarios you face each day. You will be a successful leader with a happy, healthy team that drives your business forward. Thank you so much for participating in the Leadership Styles training today. Project Solutions, Inc. is the supportive services provider for the South Dakota Department of Transportation's DBE program. We provide individualized training to certified DBE firms that are looking to grow and improve their business. If you're interested in learning more about how we can support your business, contact us today. If you prefer some self-paced training, check out our YouTube channel or the DBE website for links to other training videos. Thanks again, and have a great one.